Woo! Tell you what, I've been doing full-time trimmer for about 5 weeks now. I'm feeling it. Definitely feeling the burn in the old muscles and bones. So today I'm going down the driveway trimming. Straight down that row. Start off over here. We got some peonies. I'll trim back. Some lavender. We got some Autolucan laurels going down there. Some nice big hollies I'm gonna have to get the ladder out for. And some boxwoods at the bottom though at the flat top. So yeah, getting it done. Boys are over here around the corner, getting the cleanup started. So let's do this day like we've been doing it. It's almost Christmas. I have a few more places that I gotta get done before Christmas and relax time after that. So stick around, you might learn something. And at the least you can watch someone run around 1 billion miles an hour trimming shrubs. Let's do it. Here we go. Day number 3 on this beautiful estate with this amazing landscape design it has going on. So far we have 2 videos on this estate trimming, and we go through a lot, and there's a lot of knowledge in the last 2 videos we got out there on this property. I'll try my best to continue the trend, and we're going to go over a few things while I run around trimming. So you saw me trimming over here on this lavender. Look, these bushes here are extremely expensive. Like I said before, they're boxwoods. This lavender can be replaced easily, so you don't want to let approaching lesser expensive plants approach on more expensive plants and cause these to have a dead spot when you're coming up the driveway. So when this has had its time, we'll just take it out and replace it, and it won't get big enough to block and create damage on the boxwoods. Hope that makes sense. Gotta do the laurels next. Yeah. The Autolucan laurel, one of my favorite evergreen shrubs to use on any landscape design and installs for a couple different reasons. Number one reason, evergreen, okay? Every installation needs those evergreens in them, and a lot. You can tell on these properties they are packed full of evergreens with just accent blooming shrubs here and there and perennials. So Autolucan laurels are great. Beautiful shrubs. They do not require a lot of trimming either. That's the second thing that I love about them. You barely got to nip them, and they grow and grow and look good in a natural state, whether they're by themselves or in big clusters. Good plant, Autolucan laurels. These 2 down here, little hollies that I'm trimming on right now. They're okay, nothing special. So these laurels, I was just trimming off the old blooms because it's a nice big cluster and it looks good when it's all bloomed out and grows together. So I just went through there and trimmed off the old blooms, kind of shaped it up a little bit. I'll show you up here what I'm gonna do next. Like I was talking about with the lavender, same concept on the front of these bushes. Let's go look at it. You can see there, in order for me not to have dead spots on these expensive boxwoods, gotta come trim this edge. Keep it off those so it doesn't end up dying out. So let's hit it. Third thing I like about these laurels, even though they're evergreens, they do throw out a nice little bloom, and when they're in big clusters, the blooms really look nice. Pretty cool little shrubs. Highly recommend them. Now you can see all the way down we won't have any issues. All that new growth come out in the spring, it'll grow all year, turn it back same time next year. We do have issues with these. These are getting removed. They're done. So, yeah, guess I'll take these off. Go get the pickaxe, get the stuff out, man. All right. Yeah, be back. Well, that was good timing. So that was good timing. Oh, let's check out where we're dumping here. Yeah, I prefer up a little bit over there. Yeah, just between these two trees right here. That's probably a good water flow. Oh, that probably goes down with water. All right, so we are blessed with having woods and mountains on the whole perimeter, all these houses, so we don't have to take any of this debris away. We're able to come over here and dump it down the side of the mountain, and then the leaves cover it up, it decomposes. We got debris all the way down there for years now. And yeah, before this mission is over, we're coming through and weed eating this entire edge here. We're gonna trim all this stuff here and then blow and clean up. So that's the last stage of the trimming and cleanup. Yeah, like I said, after this one, go into that one. All right, gentlemen, although I do love steel, this Husqvarna here, it's got way more power than the same size steel does, for sure. Let's use it real quick. All right, guys, I don't know about y'all, but the first thing I like to do when I'm getting ready to dig out some pokey, holly, dead shrubs, get them suckers out of the way with a chainsaw. Go ahead and get everything out of the way real quick, and then we can get down to business on digging on these little dudes. But I find a surprise once I start looking around. Check this out. Pretty cool. Alright, so after I cut them, I noticed the bottom of them had green on all of them. So whatever disease got on them, we'll go ahead and let these regrow this year. See? And we'll leave these to kind of give the new green stuff support to grow up as much as possible. And yeah, you never know, Mother Nature may bring these back with no disease at all. Sometimes she's funny like that, right? All right, let's get to trimming. We got more to trim. Ha! Put that over there too. Let's do it. Here's what we're gonna do. After I get done trimming up this little guy, and I move over to the holly section here in the boxwoods, we're gonna do a little live exercise on walking through this property and talking to the client. So stick around and we'll do this exercise together. So next we have these big hollies here and the boxwood underneath them. both sides. You go up here and get the ladder. See what the boys are doing. Got a lot of leaves here. All the way through here. Point something out here real quick, then we'll get started on that exercise I was talking about. You'll see here that I choose to trim the lower bushes first, and then I trim the tall hollies last. It makes it easier, in my opinion, to clean off the bigger debris off of a fresh cut bush than if the big debris was falling into an uncut bush. And then I have to fight through it, and I'm cutting all sorts of debris as well as the bushes I'm trying to trim. That's my thought process. That's how I work it out. I always trim the lower stuff, and that way it's easier to brush off when the higher stuff falls on top. Alright, that being said, let's jump into this exercise real quick and see if we can help anybody out here. The client asks you to come over and walk through the property with them, okay? You show up, you walk through the property, you find out every little detail that these people are looking for. You're going to engage in conversation with them, find out their likes or dislikes, whether they like their shrubs tight and manicured the whole year, or if they like the natural look and just need to keep it maintained and spiffed up every once in a while throughout the season. After your walkthrough, you're not going to give the client a price that day. You're going to tell the client, hey, I'm going to walk around, I'm going to get my kind of plan of attack and see how long I think it's going to take me to accomplish this mission, and then I'll get back to you with my numbers. Real quick, I just had to throw this little clip in here on real-time footage because this is real-time trimming. It's tedious, it's slow, and it's back-breaking, okay? So, I had to show you some real-time turtle speed, which is how I trim. At least it is on these boxwoods. Alright, going back to our walkthrough. So, your next mission is to walk through this property. Identify the shrubs that you know when you're going to trim them, how much they're going to be trimmed off, and count how much you're going to be tackling. That's the only reason I know this property has 1,500 shrubs and bushes. The first time I came up here, I counted every single one of them. It may not make a difference in your pricing, but it's a good thing to know because you gotta get it in your head that you can tackle anything out here. After you do a property that has 1,500 bushes, nothing else is hard. Nothing else is daunting, and you're not scared to go ahead and tackle any project these people throw at you. So, when I looked around this property and I identified everything and I figured out how often I had to trim certain things, I simply broke it up into days of attack. So one section I knew would take me an 8-hour day. The next section I broke into another 8-hour day, and so on and so on. Okay? So I just break it into 8-hour days that would take me by myself to accomplish. And then you just price it accordingly to whatever you have to make. All of our pricing is somewhat the same, but it's all different. It all depends on the business model that you're working on and you're trying to build. Some people go for high volume and low quality and knock it out like that. Others go for high quality and low volume. So, this property, it takes me 3 days of hardcore trimming, and it takes me 2 days of hardcore cleanup by myself. And that's how I originally present it to the client. I don't give them exact numbers. I break it down. I have the same conversation with them. I let them know how long this section will take me, how long that section will take me. And I give them examples on how I'm going to have to trim this stuff, whether it's hand pruning, ladder trimming, cleanups. The more people understand the process, the more they understand how long it takes. Okay? So the more you engage, the better off you are. This property here, by myself, is like a 6-day mission. Okay? With me and helpers, it took us 3 6-hour days and 1 4-hour day. And that included going on the backwood line that we'll have on the next upcoming video. You get to check that out. So, you price your stuff for you to make the money you need to make. Okay? Break these big properties up into day segments when you're looking at stuff like this, and it makes life a whole lot easier on how you can price it all together. So when I present to the client, hey, this is my estimated time I think it's going to take me, and this is how much my estimated figure is. Now, like any job, I can run into issues and it could take me a little bit longer, but this is what I'm thinking, and if you're good with that, we'll go ahead and do it. The first visit is going to give me a good feel of the future visits on how long it's going to take me. I will then know if I need to adjust the price up slightly or down slightly. So I hope some of that made sense, and you guys can try to look at big, huge estates in a different way and not be intimidated by them. Just break them down, and it's just another day at work. You just got to have that patience and that drive to keep on going and going. But I will say this, without the knowledge that you need out here to take care of these places, you won't be successful, boys. Study, get knowledge. If you enjoyed this video and you got some information from it that benefited you, go ahead and do us a favor, help us out, smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and if you don't hit that notification bell, you're not going to know when we upload our videos. Most of the time it's daily, but YouTube likes to play games. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, guys. Ha. Plenty more to come, I promise. That's a wrap for the day, guys. The estate's all trimmed up, and next mission, after this one is completely done, the white one, it's got a big backyard with a pool, a lot of landscaping back there we got to tend to, a lot of leaves, and then we hit the castle property. So stay tuned, we got lots of different shrubs to do, lots of learning how to take care of these big estates and what it takes, and don't be scared to go out there and do it. Just do it. Peace. Y'all be good.